Hey there, this lesson is on rotations. This is the last of our lessons on transformations for now. So remember, a transformation is anything that changes the position, size, or shape of a pre-image. In this case, today we're going to do a rotation, which is a transformation that rotates or turns a shape around a given point. And for now, all the rotations that we're going to do are going to occur around the origin. And if you don't remember, the origin on a coordinate grid is the point 0, 0. That's the point right here. So everything is going to turn around that point. The other important thing is that all rotations occur in a counterclockwise direction, unless they tell you to go the other direction. So if it says rotate a shape, they want you to go this way. Now when you rotate, for now, you're only going to be rotating 90 degrees, and that's going to be one turn. 180 degrees, which is two turns. 270 degrees, which is three turns. And if you go all the way 360 degrees, that takes you back to the original shape. So when we rotate, let me get rid of my arrows here. When we rotate a shape and we're turning it around the origin, basically what that means is as we turn the shape, that would be a rotation of 90, the shape turns and faces directions. Now all the coordinates kind of are the same. Originally this was at 4, 4. When I rotate it, it's still at a 4, 4, but now this is a negative 4, 4. So the x became negative, but the y stayed the same. If I do it one more time, now both the x and the y are negative. And if I do it one last time, now my x's are positive and my y's are negative. So what that gives us is a rule. If I make a 90-degree turn, I know that my x is going to be the opposite sign of whatever it is. So that means if it was a -2, when I do a 90-degree, that will become a positive. Then a 180-degree, that changes both the x and the y. And then a 270-degree turn, that's going to change just the y. The x stays the same. So if you notice, it's a negative xy, then a negative negative, and then a positive negative. So you may see questions that just say, if you have this point and it turns this many degrees, what are the signs going to do? So you just need to plug it into this to see what they'll look like. Now, when I teach rotations, I really just teach it as rotating the grid. So this problem, it tells you to rotate the shape 90 degrees. So according to that other page, 90 degrees is one turn. And this time we're going clockwise. So clockwise means we're going in the direction of a clock. So we're going to turn to the right. Now, what I do when I teach this is I actually teach you to draw the shape on a piece of paper and then physically just turn the shape 90 degrees in whatever direction. Once you do that, we know what the shape is going to look like now. So then what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to write my A dash, B dash, C dash, and D dash. And I'm going to pretend like these coordinates are back like normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, my new A is right here. That's when x is 0, y is 2. If I go to B, that's going to be x is 3, y is -3. If I go to C, that's 2, -5. And now my D is over here at -1, -2, -3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So -3, 4. Now I turn my grid, or in your case your paper, back normal. We can line up with my other numbers there. And now I'm going to grab another color, and I know now where my new points need to be. My A prime was at 0, 2. My B prime was at 3, -3. C was at 2, -5. And D is at -3, -4. And now I can reconnect my dots, and hopefully you do a better job at getting them straight than me. And if I had gotten this straight, you'd be able to see that these two shapes are identical. The only thing that's happened is it has rotated. So I think it's a great idea if you just draw it on a piece of paper and then turn your paper and write the new coordinates. So let's try one more. This time it says rotate it 180 degrees. So 180 degrees is 2 turns. And about the origin just means we're still turning the whole grid. So remember I told you if they don't give you a direction, that means we need to go counterclockwise. And it's important for you to recognize, is it going counterclockwise or is it going clockwise? So now we're going to grab our grid picture here. Hopefully you've sketched it on a piece of paper. And it tells us to rotate at 180. So there's 1 turn. So it looks the same again with my 2 axes. And 2 turns. So I've now rotated it twice, so that's 180. And now off to the side, I'm going to write my M dash, my L dash, and my K dash. And now if I look at K up here, it's at 1, 2, 3. It is at 4, 0. My L is at 4, -1, -2, -3. And my M is at 2, and it's down here at -4. So once I have these coordinates written down, now we can rotate the shape back the way it was. Let me line up my grid like last time. And now we can go ahead and I'll grab a second color and I'll graph it. My M is at 2, -4. Make sure I put my M with my dash. My L was at 4, -3. And my K was up here at 4, 0. And now we connect them. I think I did a better job at getting it straight. And now I can see that it turned 180 degrees. And I can see my pre-image. Remember, pre-image is the original. And my image is here. The last thing you need to be able to do is actually find the degree of rotation. Now this is much easier than it looks. Since we know that it always goes counterclockwise, I know I need to just take this when it's written down, and I just need to turn my paper and figure out how many turns it takes for this black one to look like the blue one. So what we can do is we're just going to take it, I'm going to turn it to the left 1 turn, and right away I notice this shape looks like the blue did before, because there's the blue. I turn it, it looks the same. So that means that this is a 90-degree rotation, and that's all you have to do. One last time. Again, they don't tell us what direction, so we go counterclockwise. So I'm looking for a shape. If you need a little hint, it's It's going to look like this when we're done. So I'm going to take my grid and pay attention. Right here is the pre-image. I have a feeling a lot of you would want to do this one, but pay attention because that has the dashes. So now I'm going to turn it once. And what do you know? They look the same. So once again, this is a rotation of 90 degrees. I hope this lesson has given you a good overview of rotations. I'll see you next time.